Hi, I'm Lindsay, Community Educator for Comox Strathcona Waste Management. Knowing what can and can't be recycled can be a little confusing sometimes, but setting up a successful home recycling system can help you easily sort it out and keep as much waste from being landfilled as possible. So today, we're going to do just that. Organization is key to setting up a successful home recycling system and can help you reduce your weekly garbage from this to this. Our residential recycling program is managed by Recycle BC and is all about packaging. This is called an Extended Producer Responsibility or EPR program. This means that the producers and distributors of the products that we buy are responsible for the proper collection and recycling of that packaging. This is an incentive-based program and it shifts the financial burden from the taxpayer to the producer. So the more that we recycle, the more money comes back to our community to improve recycling programs. Now here's my home recycling center. It's in a cupboard in my kitchen. So I use all blue bins. You don't have to. You can use any containers you want. Home recycling systems come in all shapes and sizes. It just has to make sense for you and your family. The key to having a well-organized recycling center are the labels. Using the same labels here as you would see at the recycling center or the depot is a great way to make sure everyone in your household knows what goes where. You can make your own labels or you can print them off of our website, grab a set from our CSWM booth at a summer event or from the front desk at the Comox Valley Regional District office. Now here's my typical curbside bin. I have two labels on here, one for paper and cardboard and one for plastic, metal, and paper containers. But if you don't have curbside, you can label a few extra bins to sort your recycling into the categories you'd see at the depot for metal containers, plastic containers, and paper cartons. You can also have storage containers in your garage or your carport so that you can store all your material until you're ready to go to the depot. In this category, all household paper products such as envelopes, flyers, boxboard, and paper can go into this curbside collection bin or your paper and cardboard bin. If you have shredded paper or small bits of paper, please put them in a box or paper bag and close it tightly so that little bits of paper don't fly everywhere on collection day. Now in this category is where you would also put all your rigid containers like plastic containers, clamshells, metal pie tins, tin cans, as well as all lids and labels. They all go into this container. But before you recycle an item, just ask yourself, could I reuse this for something? Could I freeze something in it or give it to somebody else to use? And if so, put it aside for reuse. If you have automated carts for recycling, your recycling is limited to the size of the cart. If you're participating in a curbside program without carts, you can put out unlimited recycling in whatever containers you like. And this curbside material is managed by Recycle BC. So once you put it out the curb, where does it go? It actually gets baled in Cumberland and sent to Vancouver to be resorted. Now, Recycle BC can only handle about a 3 to 4% contamination rate. So if you put something in that container that's really dirty or is recyclable but not accepted in the paper and containers category, it acts as contamination and that affects the whole load. All other recyclable items that are not part of the curbside program need to be taken to the recycling depot. So what's next? Let's take a look at glass. You can recycle all clear and colored non-deposit glass bottles and jars at the depot. Keep all the labels on, but make sure you take the lids off and put them in your curbside bin. Other glass items, such as windows, mirrors, and ceramics, are not recyclable and are garbage unless they are in good enough condition to donate. Now let's take a look at the refundables. So all beverage bottles, cans, Tetra Paks, and milk or milk substitute containers have a deposit on them, so they need to go back to the Return It Depot for a refund. Please keep all bottles and cans out of your curbside bin and out of the CSWM depot out in Oyster River. If the milk containers end up in your curbside, they will still get recycled. However, you won't get your deposit back. Okay, now let's take a look at foam packaging. All clean foam blocks or packaging from meat trays or foam containers are separated by color at the depot and are turned into new things like crown molding and picture frames. Foam purchased as insulation or squishy foam for packaging is not part of this category. And when you can, please avoid using foam altogether. The next category is flexible plastic. So this category includes all your stretchy plastic and all your crinkly plastic that's used for packaging. This includes all plastic bags and overwrap, crinkly wrappers and bags for chips, candy, or cereal, flexible packaging with plastic seals like for deli meat, Ziplocs and stand-up pouches, all woven plastic and netted bags like for oranges and avocados, all protective and squishy cushion plastic packaging like envelopes and bubble wrap. This category also includes sandwich and freezer bags, small candy wrappers, and plastic-only reusable carry-out bags. So if there's any nylon handles or anything like that, it's not included in this category. Now this material takes up a lot of space, so what I like to do is take a larger bag, like a rice bag or a pet food bag, and stuff it full of all this material so it makes it really easy to drop off once you get to the depot. Just remember to empty out the bags at the depot so that staff can see that there is no contamination. Now with all recyclable items, be sure to do these 4 things. Empty and rinse all containers, pre-sort into the correct categories, contain any shredded paper inside a paper bag or box, and flatten all cardboard and remove any plastic wrap or foam. Depending on where you live, there may be some slight differences in categories, so always check with your nearest depot if you're unsure. So what's left that we can still recycle? I like to have a container for specialty items that are still recyclable. They just don't go in your curbside or the typical Recycle BC categories. These are household items like batteries, light bulbs, broken appliances or electronics, metal hazardous waste like old paint and cleaners, or expired medication. All of these items have a special place to go thanks to our Extended Producer Responsibility Program. So if you're unsure of where to take these items, please check with rcbc.ca. Many of these items are accepted at recycling depots or at the Waste Management Center and are free to recycle. Please check our website to learn more about hazardous waste and specific drop-off days. So here's a few common items that end up in the recycling bin, but they're actually not recyclable. So tissues like paper towel go into your compost or organics bin. Squeeze tubes like toothpaste or sunscreen are garbage, along with 6-pack rings, broken glassware, reusable water bottles, diapers, pet waste, all of that is garbage, as well as any envelopes or bags that have plastic on the inside and paper on the outside. Those can't go into your recycling bin either. Download the CSWM WasteWise app to learn what goes where. Or if you live in a municipality, get the Courtney Collects, Comox Curbside, Campbell River Recycles, or Cumberland and CSWM WasteWise app on Apple or Google Play. You can also use them to find your collection schedule. Okay, one last tip. I like to keep a box around for items we no longer want or need, but can still be used by someone else. Just toss in gently used items like clothing, toys, books, or other household goods, and give them away or donate them to the thrift store. And there you have it. Once you set up a recycling system that's right for you, and you reduce and reuse as much waste as possible, and you consider composting, there's not a lot left to go in the trash. If you're unsure about where a product goes, be sure to check with the Recycling Council of BC to make sure it is recyclable. Well, I hope you're ready to sort it out and set up your home recycling system. Good luck and happy recycling. For more information, visit cswm.ca/community education.